meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down.
Good morning, guys. It is Mandy. Welcome back to Mimi's Way of Life. It is Friday, the 4th of January. I go get my boobs squished today. Yay me. Anyway, I will be making Keto Pho today. And so these are the spices I'm going to, roast up. Or toast, I guess, on the stove. Just in a pan, and it's 1 cinnamon stick, 2 whole cloves, the equivalent in seed to 2 star anise, I always say anise, and it's anise, and it calls for 5 black peppercorn. Well, I bought the damn peppercorns the only way I could find them. That damn container's like Fort Knox, so I just had to put some cracked pepper on the plate, and gonna have to put that in the pan and stuff and try and get that out to put it in the tea bag later. But then it calls for 1 teaspoon of fennel seed and 1 teaspoon of coriander seed. I do not have the coriander seed. I already had coriander, and I already spent a crap ton of money trying to get these spices since I didn't have any of them. So I just used ground coriander, and that is 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground coriander, which equals the 1 teaspoon of seed. So I'm going to toast this all up on a nonstick pan just to kind of brown it a little bit, get the flavors to enhance. And then I'm going to stick it in this tea bag and tie it up with that string. So that is what I'm going to do to get ready to make my homemade Keto Pho. I'm not taking credit for the recipe because it is from Keto Lifestyle on YouTube. Tom from Keto Lifestyle actually posted this, and I'm just making it today. Alright, guys. Putting all my spices in. I'll probably add a little bit more pepper. Since I can't get to the peppercorns, I'll have to crack them up and get them in there. But I'm going to start tossing this around in here once it heats up more and get it nice and brownish, I guess. You don't want it too dark, I hear, so you don't want it bitter. Alright guys, so I have the spices all toasted, and it smells so good even just now. So I'm going to stick them in this tea bag here and tie it off with a tea bag string that I took off another tea bag, and going to plop it in the crock pot. Alright guys, so this is all I could really get for beef. It was the least expensive that I could get for this amount of beef. And this is kind of how we like our beef, so I'm going to just add it all in. I'm not going to save any of it for the raw part at the end. I'm just going to do it this way this time, see how it goes. It's kind of an experimental process for me. So, but if you want to do it exactly how Tom from Keto Lifestyle does it, I'm going to try and link his video below, and if I frickin' remember, but if not, go check out his channel, Keto Lifestyle, and he's got some amazing sounding recipes, and they're all pretty easy, and most of the ingredients, most of them, you will have already. So I had to go buy spices because I don't really use a whole lot of like fennel seed and anise, so had to get stuff like that and fish sauce. But if this is that good, I am going to be making this regularly. So yeah, I'm going to get this in the pot. Okay guys, so now I have half of an onion chopped up, and I just cut it into quarters and then again in half, so into eighths. Not sure how it's supposed to, if it's going to be a big deal. I know Tom said that he cut his onion into quarters. Then that's just about an inch or so of ginger, maybe 2 inches-ish. And then I'm adding celery to mine. Because I know that my friend's mom, she used to live next door to us with him for a while, and she would bring over a Thai beef and noodle is what she called it, but it sounds and smells like, the spices smell like pho. So she always put, oh my gosh, what is with the color on this? She always put celery in hers, so I'm going to add celery to mine. I'm going to add this to the pot. Okay guys, so next it calls for 1.5 tablespoons of fish sauce. So I'm going to add that in too. Okay, next is 2 teaspoons of salt. I use pink Himalayan salt. Next is garlic. I only have the minced garlic, and that's also what Tom used in his. He says that fresh garlic would be better. I think he said 1 clove, but I'm just going to use minced garlic, and cause that's what I have. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Next, we're adding the beef broth, and we need 2 quarts. Now, I know the beef and noodle, or whatever my friend's mom makes, is sweet. It has sweetener in it, and any of the pho recipes I've looked up, they all have sweetener and sugar. But I'm going to be adding 1 to 2 tablespoons of the pure sweetener. I'm going to start off with 1, and if I taste it later and it needs it, I'll add another. And that's probably a little bit later. I'm going to be adding some kale and chard to mine. Also with the sweetener, Tom doesn't add any to his, but he's also super fat adapted and everything, and his sweet tooth is gone, all that kind of stuff. So, for him, it's totally, the flavor is fine for him. So, but I'm going to be adding the pure because I want to make sure that this is the right thing. Alright guys, the last thing I'm going to be adding today, the last thing I'm going to be adding for now is some of the bean sprouts. And I won't be adding my chard until about maybe halfway through. That way it doesn't get, the leaves don't get too soggy. But I still want them cooked, so. And we have a little bit left over to put on top later. All right, guys, I'm going to set this up here, give it a little stir. All right, guys, this is my new crock pot's maiden voyage here. So I'm going to be getting this ready, and we're going to do slow cook, and we are actually going to cook it on low because I'm going to be gone most of the day, and we're not eating it until later anyway. So we'll cook it on low, and I'm going to actually cook it for I'm going to set it for about 10 hours because he says to cook it on 8 hours or for 8 hours on medium. So I would imagine about 6 hours on high. And since I don't have a medium option, it's only a low or high. I'm going to cook it on low for 10. And we're going to start it. Away she goes. Talk to you guys later.